my video for the I Heart Drugstore Makeup Tag, and I am so pumped to do this because I definitely heart the drugstore. I love my drugstore makeup so much, so thank you to Stephanie and Tracy from 11th Gorgeous for tagging me to do this. If you haven't seen their videos, like, you really should subscribe because they are so fun to watch. It's like they're this little duo. Like, how fun would it be to always have somebody, you know, to talk to and kind of bounce off of for your videos? So they are so good together, so funny. So I hope you'll check out their channel. I gotta say, this video has taken so much prep work. Like, it's not easy to answer these questions, especially if you love a lot of different drugstore makeup. Also, there's a question in this tag about dupes, and because I do have a lot of dupe videos already, like eyeshadow and lipstick and different products from MAC and whatnot, I decided I would come up with some brand new, never spoken of dupes, at least not from me, for this video. So these are things I have not talked about before, and I am super excited about them. Actually, like some face product dupes. I even have a concealer in here that I'm so excited about. So let's just get started with the first question. What is your favorite drugstore makeup brand? And I've got to start out by saying I feel like every brand, drugstore and high-end, really has its hits and misses. I mean, I don't think there's one single brand that I could talk about and say, man, everything's perfect, you know, because that just doesn't happen. But for drugstore, I think maybe the strongest brands are the brands that have those products that are total must-haves for me. First off, I'd have to go with Revlon. I feel like they have awesome foundations and face products, and I think their lip products are just amazing. Like, I am a lip product lover, and I feel like they really just, you know, totally dominate drugstore lip products. Also, NYX, I think, is a great brand, and I think their strength is with the color variety that they have. They have a great selection of eyeshadows, and then you look at their eyeliners, and it's like tons of colors too. So I feel like they kind of rival certain high-end brands in the quality and just the variety that they offer with colors. And I also do love Wet n Wild because I feel like I would kind of create like a most improved category for this brand because it has changed so much since I remember trying Wet n Wild, like back when I was in high school, for example. Now I feel like they have some of the best like blushes and eyeshadows and color cosmetics in the drugstore. Like, I feel like my makeup collection would not be the same without some of my Wet n Wild eyeshadows in it. Number 2, what are your favorite face, cheek, and lip products? For face, I feel like I just have a bunch of drugstore foundations that I really like. Check out my Try This Not That video for a bunch of different ones there. So I thought I'd kind of like wipe that out of this category and just pick another random face product that I think is amazing, that I love so much. And it's lately been one that I use every day. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Bronzer. The shade is called Bronzed and Chic. It just comes in one shade, but what's special about this is that it's matte and it is 4 colors. So I kind of think about it as top and bottom. And if I want just light bronzer kind of all over my face like I have today, just really light, I use the top 2 shades, and if I want to contour, I use the bottom 2, and it's just super easy. There are other brands that have some good matte bronzers, but what's special about this is that you can have the control to kind of customize it, so this is awesome, total must-have, don't really go a day without using that. For a cheek product, I'm going to go with my e.l.f. Studio blushes. I feel like these blushes are top-notch for $3 each. I mean, come on. They are so pigmented, so richly colored, and a great color variety too that's a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little more modern than what you see a lot in the drugstore. For example, they have out a great matte bright pink blush, Pink Passion, if you're wondering about that. And this one called Blushing Rose is like an all-time favorite. I love just the richness that this gives your cheeks and gives you such a natural looking glow. You just tap your brush to these and you've got enough color for your face. So I'm really, really impressed with those as blushes. The other part of this question was lip products. And obviously Revlon. I've talked about that a lot. Whole video on this subject, just Revlon lip products, but thought I'd give a shout out to a couple that I think are especially awesome that I'm loving right now, and one is the gloss in Peach Petal. This is a really nice nude gloss, and I hadn't tried this particular super lustrous gloss until recently, but this one's really beautiful if you're trying to take a nude lip and give it a little more life, like a little more shine. This is a nude gloss, and it is is fairly opaque, but it does give the shine that I think a nude lip kind of needs. So I love the texture of those super lustrous glosses, not sticky, so comfortable to wear. And then I also love my lip butters, and this time of year I love combining Red Velvet, which is kind of a deeper brick red, and Cherry Tart, which is like a brighter red. Together on the lips, I love these. The other day I took Red Velvet and went all over everything except the center of the lower lip. I popped it with the brighter red, and it's super pretty. Least favorite product. Gotta say, I've run into some bad products in my time trying makeup, but one that really stands out to me as pretty ridiculous in concept, just the whole thought behind this, is L'Oreal's The One Sweep eyeshadow. I have a whole kind of rant video on this topic, but the thought is that you take this big ol' sponge tip, swipe it across all these colors, and then swipe it onto your eye, and it did not work for me. If you made this work, congrats to you. I'm happy for you, but this did not do it for me. It did not look blended. It did not look, I mean, I feel like they're just trying to oversimplify the whole thought of putting on eyeshadow. I don't mind sponge tips, but you know, just give me something where I've got a couple of them and you don't expect me to just swipe over them all and then swipe racing stripes across my eyelid and think I'm gonna walk out of the house looking great. No way. So, and another thing is, like, if you try to salvage this and keep using it, these are so skinny that they're really too small for like a fluffy brush to even sweep through. So I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this, but this hangs around in my collection for moments like this. It makes me grateful for my other eyeshadows, we'll put it that way. Number 4 is what's the best makeup bargain? When I think of this question, I don't really think like what's the cheapest thing I have, but what is like one of the least expensive but best quality things that I've been able to get. And I've got to go with my lovely Wet n Wild eyeshadows. I love these. I love these 8-pan palettes. I also love my little trios as well. I think these are special because I feel like I use these and I love the effect that they create on my eyes, but also in the value sense. It's like you're gonna have these for a while because much like their blushes and other things, it's like it doesn't take a lot of product to get an effect. You're not like scrubbing down into the powder to get, you know, a pigmented shadow look. You just barely touch your brush to these and you've got what you need. So that means you're gonna have them for quite a while. So I just love that they came out with the 8-pan palettes. My only complaint is I wish they'd give us some more colors. I want more, but like I need it. But I love the silent treatment for a great trio. I think that's just beautiful colors there for a smoky eye. I'm getting these for around $5, these for around $3, and I don't know that you can beat that for the price, balanced with the quality of these. I think it's really good. Number 5, what is your favorite underdog product? Something you love that often gets overlooked. Great question, because I love finding those things. Like I live for finding these diamonds in the rough. Like that's part of why I think I got into this whole YouTubing thing, is that I find it exciting to go to the drugstore and find a phenomenal product that I feel like, you know, where did that come from? It was so inexpensive, but it works so well. So I've got a couple of those to tell you about today. One is my Revlon Precision Lash Glue. I don't feel like I see a lot of people, at least here on YouTube, using this, but this works so well. I mean, I used the Duo glue for a long time. That's good quality stuff, but just in terms of the application, this is so much easier and fast because it's got the wand and the glue, like it really keeps you from getting too much on the lashes, therefore it dries faster, it gets tacky faster, and then you're getting it there on your lash line faster. I mean, if I'm doing falsies in the morning before I go to work, I need the process to happen quickly, and so this just helps me with that. They stay on great. I don't have any issues with them starting to come off with this. And another eye product that I feel like is kind of an unsung hero is the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mascara. This is pretty much the only thing I use on my lower lashes because I feel like the staying power is great. I don't even use waterproof and it really lasts there, doesn't flake off, doesn't smudge off on the under eye. And I tell you what, you gotta trust whatever you're putting on those lower lashes. But the brush is also tiny, so it's only gonna get so much product on those lower lashes, and it's going to really give them that little boost, that depth, the darkness that you want there, but it's not gonna overload them. While my upper lashes are going through all these different mascaras all the time, this is pretty much always on the lower ones. Question number 6 is a drugstore product that is overpriced. Across the board, I think a lot of the drugstore makeup has improved quality-wise since, you know, back when I was in high school, I felt like, you know, I was having to try so much harder to get a makeup look to work or to show up on my face or this or that. And now I feel like the bar has been raised, and maybe you are going to pay a little bit more for some of these better quality products. But I think one thing that really seems too expensive to me at the drugstore is false eyelashes. If you're going to get, like, say, one pair and go into Walmart, that may be between $3 and $4 something dollars and cents, and I feel like it's a little much because you can get, you know, big packs of them like on eBay. You can also get some really good deals on this website. It's called ladymoss.com, and you can get like red cherry lashes and different ones for like just a couple bucks a piece. But from the drugstore, I feel like there aren't a lot of great deals. I do enjoy getting like multi-packs and stuff like this. I think those are a little bit better, but for just an individual pair of lashes, I think it can be a little pricey. Okay, the next one is show your best drugstore dupes. And I do have multiple dupes videos that I hope you'll check out if this is something you're really interested in. But for this, I tried to look outside of the eyeshadow box, so to speak, and come up with some different products, like face products and things that I thought were great. So one, here's the high end first, is Benefit Erase Paste. I talk about how great a salmon colored concealer is to neutralize those really dark under eye circles, the ones that are almost like a little blue toned. You kind of get them in here and some people under the eyes. It looks like this, you know, it's kind of peachy colored, and I really like this product. I like, you know, Bisque from Bobbi Brown. I think that's in the right tone that I'm talking about here. And I've always said it's hard to find something like that in the drugstore, but just recently I found something really great that I think totally fits the bill, and it is from Pixi, so that's available at Target stores, and it's Correction Concentrate in Brightening Peach. And let me tell you, this is right on the same wavelength color-wise with the Benefit Erase Paste. It's not quite as creamy. It's not quite as like emollient as this one is, but yet I still feel like it does the job. I don't feel like it's cakey or anything like that. It just doesn't have quite as much moisture content. And for some, that was a complaint about Erase Paste, so you might even just like this better. So here are the swatches. This one is Erase Paste, and this one is the Pixi Peach Concentrate. So as you can see, color-wise, they are right on the money. The only thing is Pixi is not exactly a cheap brand at Target. This costs like $15. But when you do compare it to the higher end options, if this is something you want to try, this is a little more affordable. So we're getting there. We're getting there with something that's a little more low cost that is still that great quality salmon under eye concealer. Got another dupe for a really nice coverage powder foundation type product. It is from MAC, and it's called Studio Fix. I'm sure you guys have heard people talking about this. This is just a really nice textured powder. Swatch your finger in it, and then you kind of rub your fingers together, and it's kind of like hanging together. It almost feels just a little bit creamy. It's hard to call a powder creamy, but you know what I mean. It's not like just flying everywhere. It's not a dusty powder. So it's kind of a unique texture to mimic, but I do feel like there's another similar product from the drugstore, and it is the Milani Multitasker face powder. And this can be like a powder foundation. You can use it more lightly and maybe just set your foundation with it. When I feel this and then I check kind of the appearance on my skin, compare it to the Studio Fix, it's so similar. It's a nice matte finish powder, and this just is that same way of not getting too flaky. Next, I do have an eye product to talk about, but it's not an eyeshadow. It is an eyeliner, and I've talked a lot about Mally Evercolor Automatic Waterproof Liner. This is my favorite thing in the waterline. For staying power, I mean, I've done numerous days where I will try one on one waterline and one on the other and kind of compare how they held up. This one consistently is one of the longer wearing ones. This is an automatic liner, so it just twists up, and it's creamy, but it's not as creamy as some, and I think that might contribute to it staying even better. I found something really close. It's not quite as good on staying power, but I must say it's very close. It's also an automatic liner, but it's going to cost you a lot less, and it's the Maybelline Master Drama. So while this shade is black, it's called Onyx. This one is called Midnight Master for the black, and it is just as intense in terms of the color. It's a little more creamy, and it does last pretty well in the waterline or anywhere else you want to put it. I do wish they had more colors though. Mally has a bunch of shades of this, which is really nice, but this I wish they had more. I think there may be a brown, maybe a blue, but I hope they come out with like an expanded bunch of colors. Okay, last question. Drugstore product that isn't worth the hype. I've got to go with those BB creams, and I kind of ranted on these in a whole video comparing 4 drugstore BB creams, and I just feel like they haven't gotten them right. I feel like in a lot of cases it's relabeled products. They're taking something that is, you know, already been a tinted moisturizer, they call it a BB cream, and they want to, you know, get people flocking to it. And I did try several of them. They're just really light coverage moisturizer products. I do feel like they charge a pretty penny for these in the drugstore. I feel like, you know, you're paying almost what you would pay for a foundation, if not more in some cases, for a BB cream. But I did get something from Olay, and it's called a CC cream, color correction type product for the CC, but it's Olay Total Effects 7-in-1, and I have been using this as my moisturizer, in some cases using this and some concealer, and I'm good. But what I like about this is that this does incorporate a lot of added skincare benefits. They're talking about anti-aging ingredients, they're talking about correcting dark spots and just evening your skin tone as a whole, and a lot of the BB creams I've tried, just the drugstore ones, didn't have all those claims. Like, they claim to just, you know, perfect the look of your skin, which they didn't do. But, you know, it was more like, you know, once you've got it on, it'll make your skin look this way. But this excites me more because it's going to actually apparently have more of an impact on the health and the texture and the look of your skin as a whole. So I will be using this consistently, and I will let you know, like, what changes, if any, I see. But yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. So that's all for this video, guys. This was so fun for me. Like I said, a lot of hard decisions in this video, but if you like drugstore makeup, it is a lot of fun. I would encourage any bloggers out there, even if you don't make videos, maybe do a blog post answering these questions. It really gets you thinking about what some of the best products really are and some of the worst. So thanks, guys, and I will see you again next time. Bye.